published 1757 Eastern Standard Time, the 1st of March 2018, updated 1922 Eastern Standard Time, the 1st of March 2018. In the superb Best of Enemies documentary about his rivalry with Patrick Vieira, Roy Keane revealed that it was in defense of Gary Neville that he got stuck into the Frenchman during the legendary Highbury tunnel bust-up of 2005. Keane thought Vieira was picking on the players less likely to fight back. "Pick on someone your own size," he told Vieira. The evidence of what can only be described as Gary Neville v Arsenal-The Rematch demonstrated that the right-back-turned-analyst no longer needs anyone to fight his corner. Gary Neville interviewed Arsenal fans to ask their opinion on his commentary from SundayNeville, whose almost emotional evisceration of spineless Arsenal in last Sunday's Carabao Cup final proved even more memorable than the match. Went straight in among the fans outside the Emirates on Thursday night. He wanted to see if they thought he'd gone so far, and he was diligent enough about the task to make sure that he found someone who did. It was a genius piece of television production, a way of capitalizing on the storyline of Neville's own creation in a way which demonstrated levity and wit. "You don't like me anymore. How do you mean, you don't like me? Did you used to like me?" Neville asked an Arsenal fan who said he was right to slaughter her team and that should gone off him because of it. The Sky Sports pundit interviewed fans outside the Emirates before Arsenal's match with City. It was a genius piece of television, a way of capitalizing on the storyline of his own creation. How Sky must wish that Thierry Henry was a broadcaster in the same class as Neville and Jamie Carragher in a period of catastrophic Arsenal decline like this. Carragher was so much the better of the studio analysts that he was asked to discuss the 3-0 half-time scoreline first. It was another pitiful night for Arsenal, of course, though Neville's discussion of the team was more tempered, less angry. The mortal offence he took at Wembley had gone, replaced by an acceptance on this occasion that Manchester City's vast superiority was playing a part. "He's torn through Arsenal, but I can't be too critical of Arsenal's defenders for the goal," he said of Leroy Sane after Arsenal's second. "It's a mess this," Neville said after the third. "The fans can boo from Arsenal, but the football is absolutely amazing, honestly. This is a bad night. It's toxic in here." Imagining how he would deal with Sane was more interesting than examining how Arsenal had failed to do so. Neville's discussion was less angry as he acknowledged City's brilliance at the Emirates. It was another pitiful night for Arsenal. After being 3-0 down within 33 minutes on Thursday, Neville found some good in the plans Arsene Wenger laid. "I do like the shape of Arsenal, the front four, a lot more," he said of the two runners, Danny Welbeck and Henrik Mkhitaryan. In the very brief time before all hope was extinguished, that pair did test City with runs in behind. He expressed more satisfaction with the way they played it through midfield better, taking the risk, playing it into the player who is closely marked and trusting. Then, there were most certainly periods in the second half when Arsenal were committing the cardinal sin for which Neville had castigated them on Sunday, walking. Nothing was said on the subject this time. The empty stands told the really significant story on this occasion. The perceptive Neville was first to point out the significance of those thousands of empty seats. "I don't think it's all down to the weather. There's an objection going on. When those in the director's box look around and see those empty seats, it will be stuck for them." The mauling on Sunday from Arsenal's critic-in-chief was born of an expectation that the side could give more. The dismal truth this time was that Arsenal operated within the range of expectation, and they still got thumped at home.